My brother Derek has spent his entire life trying to one-up me. When I got a full ride to law school, he told the family I probably cheated on my LSATs. When I bought my first house, he told my neighbors I was actually broke and living on credit cards. I ignored the pettiness until it cost me everything. Last year, I was a finalist for a senior partner track at one of the biggest firms in Chicago. It was my dream job. 6-figure salary, the corner office, the whole 9 yards. 2 days before the final signing, the offer was suddenly retracted. The HR director pulled me aside and said they'd received anonymous tips, along with forged bank statements suggesting I was taking kickbacks from clients. My reputation was incinerated overnight. I knew it was Derek. He has a degree in IT and a heart full of venom. When I confronted him at Thanksgiving, he just smirked into his mashed potatoes and said, "Maybe you just aren't as smart as you think you are, little brother." My parents? They told me to keep the peace. They said Derek was just going through a rough patch. So, when my wedding day arrived, Derek's name was not on the guest list. I told my parents if he showed up, he'd be escorted out. They laughed, thinking I was bluffing. Halfway through the reception, while I was dancing with my new wife, I saw him. Derek was standing by the open bar, wearing a tuxedo that cost more than my first car, bragging to my father-in-law about his new consulting business. I didn't cause a scene. I didn't even yell. I just tapped the shoulder of a man sitting at table 4. See, I'd spent the last 6 months working with a private investigator and the FBI. It turns out, to frame me, Derek had hacked into a federal database to forge those bank records. That's a felony. The man at table 4 was an undercover marshal. The music didn't stop, but the room went ice cold as 3 officers walked up to Derek. They didn't care about the peace. They didn't care that it was a wedding. They slapped the cuffs on him right next to the 3-tier vanilla cake. As they dragged him out, he screamed for my mom to help him. She looked at me, tears in her eyes, and whispered, "How could you do this on your wedding day?" I just smiled, took a slow sip of my champagne, and said, "The band is starting the next song, Mom. You should really get out there and dance."